It's time again for the Science Bowl.
Zoo Parade for 5. What big teeth the hippo has are actually a pair of these. Science Potpourri for 10. Would a snake most likely eat every day? Every week, Dateline Science for 10. Why are some elephants wearing necklaces these days? Green things for 15.
And now, here's your host, Mr. Z himself, Dave Zarin.
Thank you and welcome to the Science Bowl. Today, 2 outstanding elementary schools here to play our game. Let's meet them right now. Let's go to Mattaponi Elementary School and say hello to Jada Spriggs, Samuel Ashetu, and Morgan Bailey. And from Yorktown Elementary, say hello to Lauren Maddox, Moranai Morales, and Nathan Brown. And now here are the categories of questions we use on the Science Bowl.
Okay, Mr. Z, here's today's categories. Green things, questions about plants and all things green and growing. Zoo Parade, a Noah's Ark of questions about animals. Body systems, we'll see how much you know about yourself, about things like breathing and growing, and digesting your food. Let's get physical. Questions that test your knowledge of physics and chemistry, earth science and space science. Then there's Science Potpourri. Here's a grab bag of science questions, everything from air pollution to the kitchen sink. And finally, Dateline Science. We'll ask you about science history and science in the news.
Here on the Science Bowl, we arrange our game board according to question difficulty, with the easier questions on the left worth 5 and 10 points, and the tougher ones worth 15, 20, and ultimately 25, the toughest question of them all. Both of our teams start out at 50 points. No penalties ever for incorrect answers. End of the 2 rounds, one of these talented, good-looking teams will come back to play our game again and perhaps advance to the semifinals. Let's make sure everything works properly. Let's go to the red team. Samuel, would you try your buzzer? Thank you, young man. Good luck to you, to Morgan, and to Jada. And the green team, Maura and I, would you try yours? It too seems to be in good working order. Good luck to you, to Lauren and Nathan. Congratulations for being picked by your schools to be on Science Bowl. You are the best of the best. No matter what happens today, you already won. So let's just have a good time. We go alphabetically, M before Y. So Mattaponi and Samuel, let's play the ball. Go.
Okay. Zoo Parade for 15.
Zoo Parade for 15 points. Teams, the poster for the award-winning movie Leviathan shows one of these largest of mammals beached on a Russian soil. Name what kind of biggest animal a Leviathan is. Yorktown.
Whale.
It is a whale, yes. The largest mammal was your clue there. Go green. Nice answer.
Science Potpourri for 15.
Science Potpourri for 15 points. Teams, what same C-lettered word is a storm in the northern hemisphere that goes counterclockwise and is a famous roller coaster on Coney Island? It's a cyclone. A cyclone was the right answer. Try again, green.
Let's get physical for 15.
Get physical for 15 points. Teams, Ceres, C-E-R-E-S, is a dwarf planet, but it is still the largest celestial body in this belt found between Mars and Jupiter. Mattaponi.
Asteroid belt.
You got it. Good. Samuel, got it. Next, asteroid belt it is.
Body systems for 15.
Body systems for 15 points. Teams, whether you have an innie or an outie, your belly button or your navel is a souvenir of what former attachment? Yorktown.
I'm going to pass it to Lauren.
Lauren?
Umbilical cord.
The umbilical cord. Yes, ma'am. Nicely done. All right. Yorktown gets the points. Go green.
Dateline Science for 15.
Dateline for 15 points. Teams, LEDs are light-emitting diodes, the new lights. Now they can come in any color because 3 Nobel Prize-winning physicists came up with this color LED that, along with red and green, can now make all the colors. What color LED did they discover? Give me a color, Samuel.
Yellow.
Not yellow, good try, other than red and green. Now that we have this color LED, we can make all the colors, Morinai.
Blue.
Blue, that's it. Good comeback. Go green.
Green thing for 15.
Green things for 15 points. Teams, back in the 1800s, people in this country and around the world were on the search for sugar. In the 20th century, everyone was looking for oil. But in the 19th century, everybody was looking for this plant because its fibers were used to make most of the clothes that people wore on their backs. Yorktown.
Cotton.
Yes, everybody wanted cotton back then, which is why cotton plantations were everywhere. That was the gold standard for commodities. Go green.
Dateline science for 10.
Dateline for 10 points. Teams, it has been 10 years since that awful earthquake in Indonesia set up this T-initialed kind of wave that hit over 18 Asian countries, Yorktown.
Tsunami.
The tsunami, yeah. You guys were too young to remember that. That was a horrible disaster. Okay, nice answer. Morinai, go.
Science potpourri for 10.
Science potpourri for 10 points. Oh, I think you know this answer. You know, you don't need a tripod to do it, but a monopod would be great, which is why a lot of people trying to take pictures of themselves are buying these. Mattaponi?
Tablet.
No, not a tablet. People trying to take pictures of themselves are using a monopod, not a tripod, called a what?
iPhone.
A selfie stick. A selfie stick is what everyone's buying. They're also buying selfie sticks to take pictures of their behinds. Go green.
Let's get physical for 15.
Let's get physical for 15. Let's get physical for 15. Did you say 15? 15 should be
10.
gone.
Yeah,
10.
10.
10 points, okay. Teams, recently on television, they showed a man in Minnesota pounding a nail into a board with a frozen banana. He could do that because the temperature was well below what?
0.
Yorktown?
0.
0 or 32 degrees
Yes.
or freezing. We would have taken any of those. Go green.
Body systems for 10.
Body system for 10 points. Two-part answer. Come on, Morgan and Jada, let's help out Samuel here. Two-part answer. If you're giving everything you got to a fight, you're fighting with this and this to help you bite and scratch. You're fighting blank and blank to help you bite and scratch.
Your nails. And your teeth. And your teeth.
Tooth and nail. That's it. Good. Go. Ooh, all right. The buzzer has rung. That means our first round is over. That went fast. Mattaponi 75, Yorktown 130. We'll be back with more Science Bowl in just a moment. Don't go away.
Let's be real. There are days when every mom wants to tell her kids to take a hike.
That's actually a pretty good idea.
Because when you take us hiking,
Or let us run outside,
acting silly,
getting dirty,
and helping in the garden,
you're not only making your day better,
you're making our lives healthier and happier.
playing outside is not only fun,
It helps us feel our best inside and out.
so next time when Mom wants you to take a hike,
Tell her to go to beoutthere.org to find fun ideas for helping kids enjoy the great outdoors.
Let's be honest, it's not bad for the parents either.
They're so cute at this age. Be out there!
Welcome back to Science Bowl. Thank you for spending part of your day with us. Here we are in our 29th season, and our contestants keep getting better and better. We have 6 wonderful young people here today from Mattaponi and Yorktown. Let's go to Mattaponi. Samuel, tell us about your school. Who's your principal?
Dr. Hay.
Dr. Hay, and I know she's very excited for you today.
Yes.
And I know you have an alternate on your team too. Who's that?
Cindy.
Yes, out there waiting in the wings. She'll be up here in a few moments. And who's the sponsor of your team?
Mr. Polio.
Mr. Puldia, and he's out there, and I know he's been working hard to get you ready for this, and you're doing a nice job so far. Samuel, tell me what it is about your school that you really like, that you like to brag about.
Like the teachers, they're fun.
That's great. Boy, if you have fun teachers, you want to go to school, don't you?
Yeah.
Because they're going to make learning fun, and you're not going to feel embarrassed or anything because they're on your side. It's a good observation. What do you want to do someday when you get older?
I want to be a marine biologist.
Yeah. How'd you get interested in that?
Because I liked animals and underwater and exploring things
It's
underwater.
great. Boy,
Yeah.
you get to, it's like going on vacation. You're scuba diving and skin diving, and you're doing good work at the same time. Nice to have you here. Jada, you like animals too, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah, and you got a dog, and it's a Yorkie what?
Maltese.
Maltese. And what's the dog's name?
Bailey.
Bailey. And would you like to be a veterinarian someday?
Yep.
Tell me why. Give me an answer that's not one word. Tell me why.
I like animals, and some animals have like things wrong with them that some people can't figure out or they can't fix. So I want to be the person who does.
Just like humans and every other kind of living creature, things go wrong with us. Yeah, you need someone to kind of intervene and try to make them right. I think that's great. Morgan, nice to have you with us today. This young lady was on a commercial. Tell us about your commercial.
Okay, so it was on Halloween.
Yeah.
And so my dad knows a friend from work that is kind of friends with the wizards, something like that. And John Walton's shoes were coming out. And so they were walking, and it was like supposed to be a surprise for me and my brother and his two friends. So we went into the place, and then we were all shocked, and then they would talk. They gave us T-shirts, they gave us shoes.
Oh,
So,
oh
yeah,
wow.
and we got
Did you get to meet John Wall?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, yeah, he's just a great player, isn't he? Yeah, so you're an old hand at this television thing. Tell me what you want to do someday.
I want to be an astronomer.
Astronomer, yes, and we were talking about telescopes, and you have one.
Yes.
And I like your attitude, I like your stage presence, and I think you're a good storyteller too. So you got a lot of things going for you, Morgan. Nice to have you on the show.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yorktown, nice to have you guys here too. Maura and I, tell us about Yorktown, a past champion on Science Bowl. I know you'd like to repeat. It's been many years since that happened. Tell me about your school. Who's your principal?
I came this year.
Okay, can you help them out? Nathan and Lauren, who's the principal at Yorktown?
Miss Savoy.
Very good, okay. And the sponsor of your team is your mom, isn't she?
Yes.
Yes, and she's Miss Morales is out there, and it's just great to have her involved in the program. This young man here likes to read and read and read some more, and readers do so well on our program here. And did you have any alternates on your team?
Yes, we have 3.
3, all right, so you got a shadow team out there. We'll bring them out in just a few moments. And what do you want to do when you get older?
I want to be a biologist.
Biologist, all right, that's great. And before I leave you, I had asked Samuel what he likes about Mattaponi. What's the one thing about Yorktown that you like best?
The teachers are really nice.
Yeah, really nice and really fun. Boy, I want to go to those schools. That sounds like the place, those are the places to be. Nathan, want to be an aerospace mechanic, an airplane mechanic, right?
Yep.
Why'd you choose that?
I really like airplanes and working and putting stuff back together.
Yeah, and that's great. There's a great sense of satisfaction when you can put something and it works, right? It's like magic, like you had the magic touch. That's great. Why'd you want to be on this show?
Well, I really like science, and I thought this would be a good place to do it.
Yeah, we hope you're having some fun. We enjoy having you here. Lauren, you've come up with a lot of good answers so far. How do you know so much science?
Well, in my spare time, sometimes I get bored and I end up watching a lot of documentaries.
Yeah, there are far worse things to do, and you learn a lot, you know, and yeah, reading, watching science programs, just being aware of the world around you, boy, that's what you need to do to be successful out there. What do you want to do professionally someday? Have you thought about that?
I was thinking about becoming a mechanical engineer, but I'm not really sure yet.
No, and you got plenty of time. A lot of things will happen to you in your life, and things will happen, and your interests will change, you know, but it's good to know that you've got that as a goal right now. Let's get back into our game. Yorktown 130, Mattaponi 75. Lots of tough questions left and some easy ones left. Start us out, Samuel.
Zoo Parade for 25.
Zoo Parade for 25. The big one in that category, teams, is a multiple choice question. Bed bugs. Oh gosh, people are so afraid of bed bugs. But it looks like we have conquered them because a group of scientists have come up with a sexy chemical that draws all the bed bugs into a trap and they stay there. Is that sexy chemical that draws in the bed bugs an antihistamine, a pheromone, or an antioxidant? Yorktown.
Pheromone?
A pheromone, yes. It's a kind of hormone that is exuded and draws animals together. Absolutely right. Good answer, Yorktown. Go.
Zuprade for 10.
Zuprade, 10 points. Teams, your question is as follows. If you are a vulpophile, V-U-L-P-O-P-H-I-L-E, you love these mammals with the orange fur that are sly. Yorktown.
Fox.
As sly as a fox. That is exactly right. Good. Green.
Green things for 10.
Green things for 10 points is a visual question. Look at the monitor, everybody. Teams, this is a cactus with cactus flowers. Most of those saguaro cactus flowers bloom at night, which means that it is bats that do what for this plant, Yorktown?
Pollinate.
They pollinate it, that's right. Bats and moths, things that come out at night. Green.
Green things for 5.
Green things for 5 points. Teams, because these green things have had a very good year and have produced a lot of carbohydrate, pancake eaters and syrup lovers are happy. Yorktown.
Maple trees.
Yes, indeed. Maple trees. Absolutely. Lauren, thank you for listening to I gave a clue every step along the way. Go green.
Zuprade for 5.
Zuprade for 5 points. Teams, the species name Melanoleuca, which means black and white, is the perfect scientific name for this star at the National Zoo that recently touched a live wire. Samuel?
Zebra?
Nope. This black and white star at the National Zoo recently touched a live wire, ran up a tree and stayed up there all night long.
Panda.
Yes, the panda. Bow bow. Got shocked. Good. Come back. Good. Go.
Body systems for 5.
Body systems for 5 points. Teams, it is said that this vascular liquid is thicker than water. What is thicker than water? Mattaponi.
Blood?
Yeah, blood's thicker than water. Family ties. Red. Go. Samuel.
Big ones. Body systems for 20.
Body systems for 20 points, teams. Kind of a trick question. Listen carefully. The ileum is the lower end of this, the body's longest organ. Mattaponi.
Small intestine?
Yes, sir. Boy, we couldn't trick you. You got yourself 20 much needed points. Good, go red.
Good job. Body systems for 25.
Body systems for 25 points. Get this, we got a game going here. Listen carefully. Teams, if you're suffering from vertigo or dizziness, it's because small calcium crystals are moving around inside the part of the ear known as the semicircular what's? The semicircular what's? Where your balance is mediated. Yorktown. What do you want to tell me? Yes, sir?
I'm going to pass it to Nathan.
Nathan?
The trombone in your ear.
The drum in your ear?
No.
I don't think you're saying the right word. No. Mattaponi, fill in the blank. The semicircular what's is where your body's sense of balance is mediated.
Sternum?
No, good try. You're thinking stirrup, like one of the middle ear bones. It's called the semicircular canals. Canals was the answer. No points. Try again. Red. 100 to 185. You're down. Mattaponi.
Zuprade for 20.
Zuprade for 20 points. Teams, is a multiple choice question. Listen carefully. A YouTube video that recently went viral showed an animal known as a ratite kind of animal running down a highway between the cars in Australia. Was it a kangaroo? Mattaponi?
Bear?
No, not a bear. Running down that highway in Australia was this ratite kind of animal. Was it a kangaroo, a Tasmanian devil, or an emu?
Emu.
Emu, absolutely. A ratite is a flightless bird, and that's what an emu is. It looks like a slightly smaller version of an ostrich. Good comeback there. Nice listening skill. Nice try, Sam. You'll get them next time. Go, Maranai.
Let's get physical for 5.
Let's get physical for 5 points. Teams, the Microsoft version of this is not made up of water vapor as the Cumulus and Nimbus and Stratus versions are. Those are all different kinds of whats?
Clouds.
Maranai?
Clouds.
Clouds, yeah, the Microsoft cloud, you know, where all of our data seems to be hanging out. All right, green.
Science potpourri for 5.
Potpourri for 5 points. Teams, I know a number of you will get this one very quickly. One of the all-time best-selling books is All Creatures, Great and Small, written by Dr. James Herriot, who practiced what kind of V-initialed medicine? Mattaponi.
Vaccine?
Not vaccine. What kind of V-initialed medicine did Dr. James Herriot practice? He wrote the book All Creatures, Great and Small. He was a veterinarian. All creatures, great and small. Come on, you got to talk to each other and weigh in. Sam can't do it all on his own there. Go green.
Dateline science for 5.
Dateline for 5 points. Teams, scientists are, no, not scientists, the Federal Aviation Administration is about to pass regulations to regulate all of these privately controlled little planes that so many people just got for Christmas and they're using to spy on their neighbors. Samuel.
Remote control airplane?
Not remote controlled airplanes. Yorktown, what are those little devices people are controlling and they're flying them and they can spy on their neighbors? Drones. Drones was the right answer. Come on, green. Go. Game's almost over.
Green things for 20.
Green things for 20 points. Teams, tomatoes are not really vegetables, they're fruits. And like all fruits, whether it's a plum or a string bean or an orange, fruits are just ripened versions of this female reproductive structure.
Pistol.
Yorktown.
The pistol.
Not the pistol. Good try. This female reproductive structure in the plant, a ripened version of that is what a fruit is.
Seed?
Not seed. Good try. Ovaries. Ripened ovaries are what fruits are. Okay, green again.
Green things for 25.
Green things for 25. Big one in that category, teams, is as follows. Termites eat wood, but they can't digest it. They got little protozoa in their guts that help to digest the wood because it contains what kind of C-initialed sugar that is found in plant cell walls that termites and we cannot digest. What is the name of that substance? What do you think? Tough question, Yorktown.
Chlorophyll?
Good. Oh, that's a good try. Not chlorophyll. What's the C-initialed carbohydrate, sugar, that we can't digest? Cellulose. Cellulose was the right answer. 3 questions left. Yorktown, go.
Let's get physical for 20.
Get physical for 20 points. Teams, you know, the Earth is getting warmer because of carbon dioxide and cow flatulence, which produces a lot of methane. Because the Earth is getting warmer, methane and carbon dioxide are known as these kinds of gases. What kinds of gases are making the world a warmer place? Those are greenhouse gases. Greenhouse gases. Where next, Yorktown?
Let's get physical for 25.
Let's get physical for 25 points. All right, teams, I'm going to sing as best I can for you this little song called the Elements Song. When I'm finished, I'm going to ask you 2 questions. Listen carefully to all of these elements, okay? There's holmium and helium and hafnium and erbium and phosphorus and francium and fluorine and terbium and manganese and mercury, molybdenum, magnesium, dysprosium and scandium and cerium and cesium. Out of that whole list, I'll give you 25 points if you can tell me the name of the chemical I mentioned that is the only metal that is naturally a liquid and the gas that is the second lightest. Yorktown.
Mercury.
Yes, mercury and helium was the second lightest. Good, go, green. Oh, the buzzer says we don't want to listen to Mr. Z sing anymore. Our game is over. We'll be back with a wrap-up in just a moment. Don't go away.
How far would you go to help someone? Would you go to the end of your driveway? Would you cross a street? Would you cross an ocean? Would you go if you could use your knowledge to teach someone? And in the process, maybe learn something yourself. Life is calling. How far will you go? Peace Corps.
Welcome back to Science Bowl. Some tough questions, but some tough competitors too. Keep in mind, 5th graders only. Boy, did they do a great job today. We're so proud of them. Our final tally is Mattaponi 100, Yorktown 235. The green team, you've done it. Lauren, let me see you smile over there. Lauren and Morinai and Nathan. And look at the shadow team back there. Gabe and Dylan and Owen and Mrs. Morales. Morinai's mom, thank you for being the sponsor of this team. And Samuel, I want to see a smile over there. You've been smiling all day. You're a great guy. You and Morgan and Jada, thanks for being here. Sydney, I know you're proud of this team. And Mr. Puglia, thanks again for doing this. We appreciate all your efforts. Please come back and join us again. And we hope to see you next time as well on another edition of Science Bowl. Bye-bye.